Okay, I pressed this button, I've pressed that button, and it looks like we are live. And there's all my little notices coming up. Oh, this technology thing is so much fun.
Can it be? Or can it be challenging? Oh, it's a matter of perspective.
Oh, perspective makes such a difference. Yes, yes.
So one of my coaches I work with always tells me everything is figure outable.
Oh, figure outable. I like that word.
I'm not sure that that's really a word, but I love it. When you're struggling to meet a goal, it's figure outable. So if you want to be on StreamYard and you don't know how, it's figure outable. Did you know that?
I like that. Oh, that should be a good word for the day. Figure outable. Welcome, welcome. Today is Wednesday, January 27th. You are with Conversations with Sherry and Terry Ann. I am Terry Ann Porter, life coach, TA. I help to achieve your goals by changing your perspective so that you see those possibilities and the pathways that they open onto which you can proceed. My guest host is Sherry Berger.
Good morning. I'm Sherry Berger. I'm the owner of Here to There Consulting. We educate business owners with those tools to balance work, life, and finances, business, life, and finances, right? Because that can get overwhelming, especially as women entrepreneurs. So that's exactly what we do.
You know, I just realized I called you my guest host. You're my co-host.
I am not a guest. I've been on here for a minute.
You've been on here. How many times have you been on here, Sherry?
I was just going to say, Terry Ann, do you know what today is?
Wednesday.
It is Wednesday, and it's the 27th, and tomorrow is my dad's birthday, just FYI, and my nephew's birthday. My nephew will be 15, my dad will be 81. So I know what the date is, but no. What is today?
Today, this is our 20th episode.
Woo! Yay! We made it. Where's our balloons? Come on, lady.
I got to thinking I needed to find a way to get some balloons going across, but I don't know how to do that on here yet. Yes, Sherry and I sat down here several months ago and just started talking and wound up with, man, you know what would really be good? What would really be interesting? We set out this goal to increase our social media presence, develop more self-confidence, get to being a bit more comfortable in front of that silly camera up there. And here we are. We are now at episode 20.
And to make a difference in other people's life. Because right now, being in this pandemic, I feel that people need more encouragement. So I know that was one of my goals, was to make sure that we're out encouraging people. And so then we said, hey, let's start coffee. I wanted coffee with Sherry, but what did you want?
Well, I wanted to do tea.
Yeah, and we were arguing about tea and coffee. So we finally decided that we would just go with
Conversations
with Sherry and Terry Ann. So you bring whatever you want. Sherry has her coffee. Terry always does her tea. Not necessarily. She sneaks in coffee. Don't even. So
yes, I do. Welcome,
Stephanie. You are one of our favorites, honey. I love you, but you are not the only favorite follower. Debbie, we love Debbie too. We love our people. But Stephanie is a fellow Toastmaster of ours. And since we are Toastmasters and we've been doing this conversations, today we're going to talk about not giving up on your goals, right? Oh, yes. Stephanie has Diet Dr. Pepper. See, you can bring whatever you want to this conversation. But we're going to talk about not giving up on our goals. But in talking about that, we have Stephanie on here, right? Who's one of our amazing Toastmasters. And because we're Toastmasters, what do we want, Terry Ann?
We want feedback because we want to grow and develop. We
want to make sure we're giving added content to help our guests or our followers on here with Conversations with Sherry and Terry Ann. So we had Terry Ann actually put together a nifty survey. And we would love it if people would fill out the survey. So if we can ask that right up front, that would be great. And hopefully, Terry Ann, you're going to share that maybe in the comments for everybody.
Right there it is.
And so today we're celebrating success, right? And not giving up on your goals. So I want to ask the audience, what were some of your goals this year? And what were some of your successes, right?
Yes, we are 27 days into the new year. What goals are you working on? What goals did you set for yourselves?
You know what? I have some goals. And you know
what are your goals?
One of them is losing weight this year, right? But guess what I haven't done? I've not put the means together. And I know I need to. But guess what? On Monday, I'm going to start my goal. Oh, wait. Monday will be February 1st. So I'm too late for a New Year's resolution, aren't I?
Oh, darn. You bet you may as well wait. Don't do it.
I'm just going to give up on that goal. Oh, wait. No, I'm starting my goal February 1st. So are there some goals that you thought you were going to accomplish that maybe 27 days into the new year you haven't done them? Or have maybe you, what is it called? Lost your motivation? What is it, Terry Ann? Is there some goal that you're working on that maybe you need to jumpstart it again?
I am working on that weight thing. It get easy to get very discouraged on that. Actually, I do have some goals this year for my own business, and I'm planning to get some online courses going. I've got all of the little pieces of paper all over. Why have I not sat down and worked towards fulfilling that? So I am working on taking all those little pieces of papers of ideas and completing them.
Well, maybe you need an accountability partner to help you with that.
I wonder where I could find one. I hear that there's some coaches who do that kind of a thing. Friends do it as well. You don't have to have a coach. Friends can be accountabilities.
Oh, I think that, we're going to talk about people. We're going to talk about all the people that you should have in your life. And I believe a coach is one of them. I have a coach myself, even though I am a coach. Carrie said that she has 8 new people that joined her team. Yay! Let's celebrate that.
Oh, Carrie, that is awesome. Just this month. How wonderful. Congratulations.
And Grace says, why can't February 1st be New Year's? That's what I think, right? I think goals need to be made throughout the year. And sometimes, what is it called? Goals don't go exactly how we want them to. So maybe we need to pivot and change and be adaptable. What did 2020 teach you regarding that? Right?
You have to be adaptable, but that doesn't necessarily have to change your goal.
No, it just might have to change your perspective. Like you said, you have papers all over the place. I'm going to say something that I keep saying, and everybody has asked me, when is it going to be published? I'm writing a book, and I have an accountability coach friend, and I have coaches that are working with me. But one of my accountability partners is on this call with me or on Streamline Yard with me, right? So Terry Ann and I work really hard at keeping each other accountable, not just helping others be accountable. But we also work with coaches and mentors, and we'll talk about that later. But right now, I want people to feel like they still can pick up those goals that they set for January 1st and move forward. So what are some of the goals that, like you said, yours, you haven't put your training together, but you're going to? I don't have my book done. I haven't lost weight. Oh, man, I can really get bad on myself, right? But what goals have I done? I've been on here, conversations with Sherry Ann, got masterminds. I got a 7-day challenge that's starting February 1st to help jumpstart people with their goals. Because I know, just like me, other people, what is it called? Lose hope? Is that what it is, Terry Ann?
Yes. Lose hope, give up,
lose their direction, maybe need to work with more people to get from here to there. I know I'm making a pun, but or maybe they need to change their perspective. What is it? Say the 4 P's, Terry, and help me out.
Change your perspective. You will see new possibilities, which will lead to new pathways opening onto which you can proceed.
So Terry Ann said that she had papers everywhere and she hasn't put this together. Oh my gosh. You know what my perspective of hearing that is? You have all this content everywhere and all you have to do is put it together.
Hey, I think I remember saying those words to you not too long ago.
Regarding my book, right? Instead of saying, oh my gosh, it's not done. Look how far you've came. So that's what I really want to encourage people today to do.
I like Stephanie's comment. I've actually written my personal, professional, and financial goals. I find that if you write out your goals,
yep,
you are more likely to follow through than if you just say, yeah, I'm going to go do such and such. Put it in writing.
Okay, I'm going to tell you guys it's basic algebra. Everybody's like, I hate algebra. I'm just teasing. But if we know X, right? So we know what we want to, like, I can't just say I want to lose weight. I want to lose 30 pounds by the end of the year. I want to lose 50 pounds by the end, right? Have an end date, right?
Yes.
So with my book, I can keep saying I want, but I have to have an end date of when it's going to get published. So put end dates to your goals.
Definitely.
And definitely write. It's amazing if they're written down. Do you ever have goals for the day and you wake up and you feel overwhelmed because you have too much to do? But if you all of a sudden write the big list and you realize what you really have to do today and you start checking it off. Somebody told me whenever you feel like you're going on vacation or you have something that you have to do, all of a sudden you get more done. So it's about writing them down.
You know, I've had some of those days where I just did not feel good and I knew I wasn't accomplishing anything and I would be just really beating myself up for it. I started writing I got it done list. Even if it included something as simple as I got out of bed, I got dressed. There's some days that was a struggle. So, okay, I did do something so that I would quit beating up on myself and say, okay, I did not achieve this, but look at all the little successes along the way. Carrie, eight new members to her team this month. Great celebration. I would make myself a list of things that I could celebrate.
Oh, like a gratitude journal in the morning too?
Oh, that's almost like that. Yes.
Even on the days that you don't feel good. I don't know. Yeah. I always tell people as women, sometimes we have to fake it till we make it. I'm sure men do too, but we have we have that time of the month. We have to take care of everybody else. If we get sick, what does that mean? Life doesn't stop.
That's right.
Sometimes just giving yourself a little more grace and forgiveness for what you can't do. It says update your goals so you can continue, see your program and make adjustments accordingly.
Progress along the way. Those little celebrations. Celebrate along the way.
And I love what Carrie says. Carrie says, Vision Birds have all my goals and is my secret saver on my phone. See? I have my vision board over here in the corner. I could go get it. I haven't hung it on the wall. I need to do that. But I have it and I look at it. And I have people put together a 1-page life plan with their 3 goals and their 3 habits in 6 areas of their life. And then we frame it so that you can look at it daily. So to see the goals written out and know what you're trying to work towards is so important.
Vision boards are a great way. Okay, but we have to bring this up. Sunday we did a promo and we were in it. We pointed out something was happening Sunday night that led to a goal that many are excited about. Chiefs are going to the Super Bowl for the 2nd year in a row. Talk about following and continuing towards your goals. Didn't matter if they were ever behind, if they were ahead, no matter what, the team never stopped taking their focus off the goal. They never gave up on that, even if it looked like they weren't going to make it.
They're champions already, right?
They are.
On what is it called? Help me out, people. I'm not really a football person. But don't worry, I was watching that game. I know Carrie Ann was. I know we're excited about the Super Bowl because we're going for the 2nd time. Go Chiefs. You woke the Chiefs up. They got goal-oriented. We got a great quarterback. We got a great team. And they don't give up. People are always like, we're down by how many? Oh no. And the Chiefs go, we're down by what? Let's just go anyway.
Going. Their goal never changes. And now how can we take that kind of dedication, that kind of commitment, and apply it to our own personal lives?
But they go back and pivot and make changes.
Mm-hmm.
So Pam just said, by pushing through the times when I wanted to give up, I became stronger, more confident, and it all started paying off after only 1 year. That's exactly what the Chiefs have done, right? 50 years, right? They didn't go to the Super Bowl. All of a sudden, now they're at the Super Bowl. And now, what are they doing? They got the confidence to go again.
Mm-hmm.
People are trying to tell me, well, that quarterback has to take on this other quarterback. And again, I don't talk Chief terms, football terms very well, but they're saying all these obstacles, even with the Super Bowl. And you do know the Chiefs aren't listening. They're just feeding positive in.
Yes.
That's what they do. When everybody be naysayers, they ignore them. And we really have to work on that and get yourself around those right people. Again, we're going to talk about this later, but I'm just saying that's part of it.
Yes, that is our discussion next month. We're going to continue with having topics, and throughout the month of February, we're going to talk about the different people that you need in your life.
So my coach says to write it down twice a day is what Stephanie said.
Oh, twice a day.
Great idea. And then Pam put out here, goals are just, Pam said happy 20th episode, which I'm so excited that we're on here 20 episodes. And
goals are dreams with a deadline. I like this. Work it backwards. Month, week, day. And sometimes when I'm working with someone, I will ask them, imagine it's January 27th of 2022, and we are talking about what you have achieved. So what are you celebrating? Now let's talk about how did you get here? Look ahead and then start to work backward. How do you get to that? And break it down into tiny chunks.
And I'm always teaching my clients to do that. But I realized I'm working with some coaches, and I've been working on launch and scale and doing all these things. And I realized I'm down to 17 weeks because I signed up for a whole year of training. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I got 17 weeks. Again, sometimes when you feel like you're at the very end and you're in the last quarter, you're going to grab the football and do more, right? So I'm like, oh crap. I mean, I've got my YouTube channel, thanks to a bunch of you, up to 100 subscribers. I have 7-day challenge starting February 1st, not the first one I've done. I got masterminds going. I got all these good things, but what about my book? What about me losing weight? What about some of my other goals, right? So I'm using me as an example because you guys can go figure out what are your other goals, and just a bigger perspective and more goals and move forward more. And see other people that are doing things. I talked to a friend of mine that's really, really good at YouTube, and she's a fellow Toastmaster, by the way. I tried to invite her on here, told her she should come taste success with us. She is so funny on YouTube. It's not even funny. Anyway, I talked to her this morning and said, hey, I need some feedback on some of my YouTube channels. I see that you're at 100 and whatever she is. She's further ahead, right? And that's fine. I'm not in a competition, but I am about improving myself. So we're not competing with others. We're just trying to become a better version of ourselves. You know, a lot of my, what is it called? People I follow, people I love, like Terry Ann. I love Terry Ann. I don't want to be Terry Ann when I grow up. I can joke that I want to be, but I don't know how to be Terry Ann. Some people say I'm charismatic, Terry Ann. Would you think that describes me?
I've heard that term describe you, yes.
Well, how do I not be charismatic? Are you charismatic?
No.
So what's an adjective for you?
An adjective for me? Oh, gosh, that's interesting. Now you got me wondering. I don't know. Okay, guys, help me out here.
Yeah. So when you look at different people's personality, like I love Terry Ann. I think
you describe me?
Amazing, but I can't be Terry Ann. And one time when somebody told me I was charismatic, I was like, ooh, I hate that. That's horrid. And then other friends were like, but that's what I love about you. Well, I'm sorry. Anybody that knows Sherry Berger, can I be anything but charismatic?
Yeah, no,
I found I'm a charismatic, resourceful, encouraging leader. That's how I lead. That's who I am, though. When somebody gave me those adjectives, one of my coaches, I was like, not sure I like that charismatic. But wait a minute, that's just who I am. So I don't know how to not be that. And we'll have to sit down and figure out your adjectives, because I know I can give you a few, but I don't want to call you out in front of everybody. I'll be nice right now, but they're good ones. But I want to make sure you own them.
But there is something that you said that I think that needs to be addressed when talking about goals. You talked about, you've got your masterminds, your 7 days, your book, blah, blah, blah. How many times, and I'm not about you, but just looking at me, you know why I have so many pieces of paper with different ideas on here? I've got all these ideas. And they flood my mind. They fill my desk. Where I have a problem sometimes is stopping to think, what does that have to do with my goal? Yes, it's a neat idea. But does it have anything to do with my goal? And I sometimes have to remind myself what it is I'm focusing on. Otherwise, I'm off in so many different directions. Nothing gets done. So we have to sometimes make that goal so important that sometimes we have to say no to some of the great ideas.
All right, since I talked about adjectives to describe myself, there's a lot of other people that are interested in that. So I think several episodes after we get done with a lot of this goal setting episodes, we'll go back and we'll talk about that. So that's a great thing for people to go journal and brainstorm and ask your closest friends, what 3 adjectives describe you as a leader, as a business person, and figure out which ones you want to own. Because when you're moving forward with your goals, if you know who you are and you accept who you are, like I got brown hair and brown eyes, and I guess I'm charismatic, which I didn't like that adjective at first, but you finally got to own who you are. That's really helpful when you're trying to move forward. And yeah, being focused on which goals you're trying to accomplish. That's where if you're working with a coach, a mentor, friend, all those people, they can help you with those. They can help you with those adjectives too. But guess what? You guys just came up with a topic for Terry Ann and I, but we already have them all the way scheduled out in February. So when we have a meeting, we are going to talk about going ahead and talking about what kind of leader you are in using adjectives. So we will talk about that later on. So stay tuned. Thanks for that great idea, guys.
Grace says you need to set priorities, but I also believe that part of accomplishing the goals we need to enjoy the journey and the outcome will come. Yes, we must enjoy the journey. I can't get so focused on this stack of papers and ideas that I'm not enjoying it anymore.
Life is too short to not have fun and enjoy it. Write that down. I'm not kidding you. So yes, we need to build our businesses. We need to do but if you're not having fun and enjoying life and stopping to smell the roses, then go hang out with a 2-year-old or a 90-year-old. Go see what their perspective is. So I think sometimes we forget how important that is. Oh, that's pretty good. Did you share that? Defining yourself should be easy. It's not your mindset.
Yes.
It's self-esteem. May need some work. Well, no, we might need confidence. We might need to write down those wins like Terry Ann talked about, even if you think they're small. And you might need to be like the Chiefs and realize that your confidence is so good, you can go to the Super Bowl again. I went once, I can do it again. So I think the more we achieve goals and success, but our goals, our success, remember, not Terry Ann's, Sherry Berger's, not Pam's, not anybody on here, but my goals, right? Your goals. So to figure out and be very clear with what you want, not comparing yourself to others, being the best version of you and moving forward. But today we're talking about one thing that's really important, Terry Ann. When we screw up or when we feel like we fail or not giving up on our dreams. I mean, resilience is going to take you far. If you didn't learn that in 2020, I don't know what year's going to teach you that. But resilience, right? And so how many times are you going to pick yourself up? I mean, if you look at all the great leaders that had invented things and did other things? How many times did they fail before they succeeded?
Oh, they failed a lot of times before they succeeded.
I mean, like even the airplane, right? We can fly. Can you believe it? Well, the Wright brothers did not get it right the first time. And I just made a pun, Carrie.
I heard
the
that.
Wright brothers didn't get it right the first time. I love that.
I heard that.
I said that.
So what I know for myself, I take a failure and I say, okay, I blew it. And I am learning that failure is not fatal. Okay, that didn't work. Let me go try something different. Now with technology, I have no problem failing. I will go in, I will press all the buttons that you're not supposed to press to find out why you're not supposed to press them in that program. Then I can easily share with you, this is how it works. This is why it works that way. But I also notice I go in, I make dinner. My husband says I face cook. You know, I turn on the burner and it's supposed to simmer for a while. And I go and I check my Facebook and I forget that I have something on the stove. Anyway, I have face cooked and ruined many meals. So I could take that ruined meal and, oh my gosh, I can't even cook. And I take that one thing that I screwed up on and I let it ruin the whole day. Everything I did that day is now wrong.
But you lost focus on your goal of cooking dinner by whatever it is. Facebook. So if you know what you're doing and you change your habits, how much more can you move forward? But one thing I admire about Terry Ann, and some of us that aren't as technical savvy, is Terry Ann just pushes buttons and figures stuff out. Okay, if Jerry Berger pushes buttons and figures stuff out, everything's going to be so messed up that I'm not even going to know how to unmess it up. Is that even a word? Terry Ann will figure it out. Terry Ann has that gift. Terry Ann's the technical, right? Savvy one. So, yeah.
And when I need to be refocused, I call you and I say, all right.
In the kitchen, my sister-in-law is like this. In the kitchen, she'll screw up a recipe. Oh, wait, she would never screw up a recipe. But whatever she does with a recipe, she knows how to pull it out and just get a rabbit out of the hat. Because all you got to do is push a bunch of buttons in the kitchen and stuff happens. Did you know that? Don't work for me, but
it worked for me.
So when we're in our strong suits like that, we can do that. And you're good at cooking. I've had some of your, no, I haven't. I've heard that you've made some really good food for people and you have not shared with me.
You're going to have to come over one day.
I know. Stephanie, I know, has had, I don't remember what she told me was really good.
She had some of my Christmas.
Stephanie, what does Terry Ann make that's really good? Come on, let's call her out on it because I want to know so I know what to ask.
All right. I'll tell you what I make that's really good. My grandson says it's better than Longhorns. I make a baked Parmesan crusted chicken.
Ooh, yummy.
And I loved it the day I got a text from my daughter and said, we're at Longhorn. And Weston says that yours is better than theirs. Hey, that's all I needed to hear.
So I hope you have that written down as one of your affirmations. She's had your cookies. I bet your cookies were good. Wow. That's right. I remembered what Stephanie had for Christmas. So what are we talking about next week, Terry Ann?
Next week, we are going to be talking about the people that you need in your life.
Oh, wow. I brought up some of that today. Yeah, we're going to talk about those people that we need in our life to accomplish our goals.
Yes. So we're going to start.
Next week is going to be, what day is that? Look at my silly. I'm making my calendar.
February the 3rd.
Oh my gosh, we're going to be in February and it'll be the 3rd. So we need to keep moving forward with our first quarter goals, our year goals, our, 6-month goals. We need to keep moving forward. Stephanie says that she makes spaghetti spinach lasagna. Oh my gosh, we're going to have a potluck.
Right, spinach lasagna. Ooh, that sounds good.
And I'm on a liquid diet today. That's not good. You guys stop talking about food because I got a procedure tomorrow and they won't let me eat. All right, guys, so we will see you next week.
Your goals. It's the end of January. Don't give up on them. Even if it looks like you're not going to make it, stay on track, stay focused. Go ahead.
Yeah, and next week we will talk about getting the correct people in our life so that we can stay focused. And you know what, guys? If you have not gotten the goals accomplished that you want to do this year, you can pick yourself up and move forward today. And like Ray said, February 1st is New Year's Eve. Happy New Year's with coffee, by the way, Terry. I'm not.
I got my tea and my confidence, girl.
Yeah, we could talk about that cut, but we'll do that later. Bye, guys.
Thanks, everyone. See you next week.